headed over to see Ben at Unplugged Performance. They're going to take a look at this front fascia and see what they can do. There is a sensor that's out of place. It's been that way since it was installed by the body shop. The body shop, I believe, made a mistake. So we're gonna go have that checked out and see what's going on with it. Hey everyone, so we're at day 65 of this road trip. I made it to Unplugged Performance. Got to meet Ben Schaefer.
Hey, how's it going?
And he's going to show us this ridiculously large shoe. This is a shack shoe. Now, you need to see it compared to my foot. Check this out. There's the back. Look at the size of that. I'm a size 9. Go and put it by your foot.
It's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a 10.
That's crazy.
And it's not even.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's like twice the size of a normal human foot.
So this is pretty awesome. I get a behind the scenes look at the carbon fiber that they make here at Unplugged Performance. Some really cool stuff there, and I get to see it after it's just been made. This is awesome. These are pretty awesome. These are carbon fiber, and they're the actual Tesla badges or emblems that they've used to input carbon fiber on the factory ones. And this is pretty cool. I'd love to have this on the hood of my car. New restaurant to try. Eureka Tasting Kitchen. What that thing is. We're outside SpaceX. Interesting. So I had to bring my car here just for a little quick adjustment on the front fascia. Now it's perfect, they took care of it. Ben, I just wanted to ask a couple of questions.
Sure.
How did you get started with Unplugged Performance?
Yeah, so we started Unplugged about almost 7 years ago, and we got started because we moved our office here to Hawthorne, and our neighbors are SpaceX and Tesla. And our parent company that I started about 19 years ago is called Bulletproof Automotive, and we were modifying a lot of sports cars and building race cars and things like that. And we became friendly with some of the directors over at Tesla who liked our work at the time and gave us some words of encouragement to play around with Teslas, basically. And we, took that opportunity to, get behind a Model S, drive it around, and we loved the car so much that we started Unplugged. We've been trying to basically find ways to add value to Tesla owners and, encourage people to move to electric cars and encourage people to buy Teslas ever since.
So the Model S, that was, what year?
Our first car was 2013.
2013.
So they started, I think, in 2012 for deliveries, but we came in 2013.
You were right at the beginning.
Pretty close.
That first year.
Yeah.
So you're probably the first company?
Nobody was doing this kind of stuff. There were stereo shops and vinyl wrap shops and kind of, generic things that people would do to any car, but we started actually engineering on the cars and coming up with suspension upgrades and coming up with aerodynamic modifications that make the car go further and coming up with brake systems and a variety of things that were very specific to the car. So we really, invested into the platform.
So you had experience working primarily with the Nissan GTR, right?
A lot of GTR work, a lot of track cars. So, this was the question of how do you modify an electric car? And it turns out that you can still modify suspension and braking and aerodynamics and all the things that we were used to doing for race cars. So there was an easy path there, at least, to start to tinker. So very early on, we developed suspension and wheels and brakes and body panels for the car. And that was just an extension of what we've learned, for a decade plus before that for other cars.
Right, okay. And the first thing you made that was Tesla related? First product?
We went to a TMC Connect event and brought out a full body kit for the Model S. It actually took us a while, but it was a front spoiler with an under diffuser, side skirts, a rear under diffuser. I think we're the first to maybe put 22-inch wheels on the Model S, which ended up not being a great idea, in my opinion, but we did it, and it looked cool, and then we lowered it, and we brought it out to an event where, at the time, everyone had vinyl wraps and car stereos and stuff, but no one had seen, a body-kitted Model S with 22-inch wheels that was slammed. Right. That was fun to do that for us and for everyone else.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for helping me taking care of my car.
Oh, my pleasure.
And it's
grateful that you came by.
Yeah, so I'm here at where my front fascia was developed, and the car is like right near the Tesla Design Studio. So the car is essentially like born in this area. So,
yeah. We kind of joke around with that. The Tesla designs the cars across the parking lot, and then we redesign them here. So it's a strange fact that all the kind of design on our side and their side happens in this business park. So that's very cool for us also.
Okay, cool. Well, thanks for watching. If you're watching up through day 65 so far, I appreciate you sticking with the channel. Okay, so where are we at? So we're on today's day 65 of this trip, and I'm at the supercharger, Westminster Supercharger. So I'm here meeting with some folks, here we have
Joanne.
Joanne
At my Model 3.
at my Model 3.
At Teslavis.
At Teslavis. There's Elon. He joined us.
It's kind of quiet today.
Okay.
I don't really have any code names.
You don't have
so
any
I'm
names.
here.
Okay,
Not
you're here.
less.
Okay. And there's Keith,
Ron,
Ron,
David at OC David.
OC David.
Dennis
There's
Pasquale,
Dennis.
all over the place on the internet.
All right.
Mark Lonier.
Mark
And at your local
and
post office too. Aaron.
Aaron. You want to be it?
Cat.
Okay. And there's Cat, the famous cat we all know. Marvel Wonder Cat, right? All right. Cool. All right. So we're almost at the end of the day today, and we're done with our meetup today.
We're hungry.
We're hungry. Gonna go eat.